welcome to this week's edition of What's Happening with Leila in Minion Masters. It is week of May 25th, and the biggest thing happening this week is the brand new expansion, Charging into Darkness. So we are going to talk about the changes. We're going to talk about the free DLC, which we're actually going to show you right now is going to be the first thing. So if you do not know, you can get the DLC for free from now until June 3rd. And where you get it is you go into Steam. So I'm going to show you how to grab it. I'm in Steam in Minion Masters. When you scroll down, you're going to see it right here. You're going to say Play Minion Masters. You're also going to see Get Minion Masters Charging to Darkness. And you will notice right now it is free. It's 100% off. It's as simple as adding it to your account. If for some reason you missed this or don't see it, you can also go down here where it says content for this game, where it's going to show you all of the DLCs. The first one is Charging to Darkness, same thing, 100% off, and it says the Charging to Darkness faction box will provide you with all the Crystal Elf support you need to wage your own war against the undead, containing plus 300% value of Crystal Elf cards, including the Studious High Mage Leila and 2 exclusive Crystal Elf cosmetics, okay? So this is where you will get it. Either you add it to your account here or you add it right here, but this is how you are going to add it. So now that I've showed you where to grab it, you're going to want to add it to your account. And this is what you should see. Is Minion Masters Charging to Darkness is now registered to your account. Install your new content, click to install. So we're going to install the content and then we're going to head into the game. All right, so after you add the DLC to your account, you're going to go into game and you're going to come to this Charging into Darkness DLC. It's going to be automatic. You're not going to have to click anything. You're just going to automatically get it. If you've been watching streamers and you've been getting your watch and win drops, you're going to have to go through all of those first. After you get through all the drops, then you are going to get to this DLC. So here we go. We're starting off with a legendary chest. And High Mage Leila. You get three Leilas. Now it looks to me like everything's very zoomed in. Everything's very zoomed in compared to what I'm used to, so that's probably a change for this expansion. But so far in the DLC you have 3 High Mage Leilas. Then we have a Supreme chest, which is Leila's Vortex. So you're gonna get 5 of the spell Leila's Vortex. We have a rare chest. And we're going to get 20 Border Patrol. Next is a common chest with 50 Crystal Constructs. And so you see for me, that actually gives me a gold border now. So 50 Crystal Construct, a common chest, which gives you 50 Lone Scouts. So same thing. Now I actually have a golden border. A Supreme chest. And this is a Leila's Vortex avatar. The poor Scrat is going to be sucked into the Vortex. Oh, and there's another legendary chest. Okay, so another legendary chest. Oh, this is cute. The Stormcharger snorts. Okay, so what's fun about this is myself and my community have been joking around, but what kind of creature this is. Is it a unicorn, a horse, part wolf? So I'd be curious. If you want to leave a comment, let me know what kind of creature you think this is. Please do. But this is so cute. I don't know. It's something about this picture reminds me of something from Rainbow Bright. If you guys remember that cartoon, Rainbow Bright. But I love this, especially if it's legendary and it's animated. I might have to add this in for myself because it is just really, really cute. And we have another one? Like, I thought that was it. So here's another legendary chest. Okay, so 5 power tokens. There we go. Okay, so that is everything that's in the Charging into Darkness. Make sure you head to Steam and grab your free DLC because, like I said, it's only going on from now until June 3rd. Then it's going to go back to its original price. All right, here we go. So this is the information that is on the new blog post. And trust me, it is full of info. So here we go. New expansion is out. With Ardair's true agenda revealed, High Mage Leila races to the Whispering Woods to find an old friend. Without his help, they stand no chance against the evil that is coming in Jadespark Jungle. But the elven armies are locked in battle with the accursed legions of Mordar the Mad. Can Leila secure Fanriel the Stormcharger's aid? So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over this with you, and I'm going to show you in game as well. So the first really big change is the revised battle pass system. If you have been watching my previous videos, you're going to know that the battle pass went bye-bye, and it's now replaced with a season pass. Previously, a battle pass lasted for 3 months. Now a season pass is going to last for 1 month. A season pass is going to have 50 tiers, and 3 new cards are going to be added to the game with each season pass. So instead of having a battle pass that goes on for 3 months and having all the cards released at the beginning of the season or the beginning of the expansion, now what's going to happen is we're going to have 3 season passes, 1 per each month, right, for 3 months. And for each season pass, so for each month, we're going to have 3 new cards. Okay, instead of everything coming out at once. Each season pass is going to include a legendary skin, 3 avatars, and 1 emote. So at the end of the expansion, we'll have 3 new legendary skins, 3 new emotes, 9 avatars. Still going to include a lot of experience, shards, rubies, and gold. The season tokens have also been removed. There will still be regular tokens, but you're going to be unlocking the new cards from the season pass tiers. You're not going to be unlocking them from season tokens anymore. The new cards can also be earned in the free pass. They will also appear in the premium, and cards introduced in the season cannot be crafted until the next season starts. So that's a bit of a big change too, because previously brand new cards could be gotten from a season token, but you could also just go ahead and craft it if you couldn't wait. I mean, granted, it would be expensive, but you could craft it ahead of time. It just would be a lot more shards. If you complete the season pass, you'll receive glory for the new cards. Requirements for the season pass tiers are scaled. The season pass price will be 1,500 rubies. So that's also another really big difference, is what we were used to before was a battle pass for 3 months was 1,875 rubies. So now we're looking at, as a season pass for 1 month, is going to be 1,500 rubies. So there's definitely a big price difference on that. And like I said, the expansion will last 3 pass seasons, with each pass bringing new content related to the expansion. So let's get into the game and see what this looks like. When you first head into the game, here we are with the news. Charging to Darkness out now. The adventure coming soon, and the season pass survey. So because we're talking about the season pass, if you really don't like this and you want to give your input, or if you're loving it, either way, make sure you fill out the survey and let the devs know, all right? So here we are, season pass. You're going to see that it is locked. So we click on that. I will actually move for a minute. You can see that you can actually purchase it right here for 1,500 rubies. So that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to purchase it. And we're going to get bonus glory, 2 power tokens, a legendary chest, season gold stars, legendary chest again, and there is the new legendary skin. So this one is going to be this season's legendary. It's going to be Cosmic Morelia, and I had covered this in my previous video, but I love this skin. It's so pretty. It makes me think of something like Li Ming from Diablo and Heroes of the Storm. So I love it. I think this is a really nice skin. I'm curious what they're going to do for the other 2 skins for this expansion, but I love this. So already you get this right off the bat as soon as you buy the season pass. So that is the big difference, is you are going to see season pass as well, and it's 1,500 rubies, but that's exactly what it looks like. And if we take a look at the tiers scrolling through, it looks like you still get quite a bit of good stuff up top in the free pass. Scrolling in, you still get your power tokens, you get cards, you get shards, you get rubies. So you are getting quite a bit. I mean, obviously, it's going to take you a lot longer to get your cards than if you are having the premium pass, of course, because right off the bat, you know, you get Resonating Blast Crystal, which is one of the new cards for the season. You get that pretty much right away. The next tier is in at tier 14, you get Dormant Defenders, then you end up getting the legendary for this season, which is Lord Fanriel the Stormcharger. And obviously it looks like you still get with the free pass, it just looks like it's going to take longer. So for you to get the first cards, it looks like Dormant Defenders is at 30, Resonating Blast Crystal's at 38, and Fanriel's at 49. But this, we can't forget about this, Stabby Puff. Everybody was so excited for Stabby Puff being in the new season pass, and that is cute. I can see a lot of this emote being played this season because this is adorable. I love this Stabby Puff. I think it's hilarious. I absolutely love it. And I like this too. This is pretty. The new Lord Fanriel the Stormcharger mount avatar. That's also going to be in the season pass too. So this pretty much covers what the season pass looks like. Again, it's going to be 50 tiers. You're obviously going to get both cards in the free and the premium. It's just you're going to get them faster in the premium, of course, than you will in the free pass. And let's take a look at the rest of the changes. There are now new cards in the game, so we will take a look at this, what these look like in the game as well. But the first one is Lord Fanriel the Stormcharger, which is the legendary card. We have Dormant Defenders, which is a rare, and then Resonating Blast Crystal. So again, because you're not able to craft cards yet, there's no way to actually search them, so we're going to take a look at them in the season pass. So Resonating Blast Crystal is one of the new cards for this season. It's going to be a 4-mana Crystal Elf spell. Now, we did see what this looked like on the dev stream, and it also makes me think of like mines blowing up almost, right? Because what Resonating Crystal does is deal damage in an area and you drop a Blast Crystal. If you already have a Blast Crystal in play, instead detonate and destroy both. So this was kind of neat. So the way they showed it on the dev stream is they used the Resonating Blast on the top lane, and it dropped a crystal. They used it again on another minion, and the first crystal blew up along with the second one. So like I said, it reminded me of just like mines blowing up depending on how you played it. So this is Resonating Blast Crystal. This is a new mechanic, new spell to this season. The next one is Dormant Defenders. I know I had covered this one before, but at least we can see what they look like. So the Dormant Defenders are 6-mana Crystal Elf building. When you play this, it summons 2 crystal constructs and they have Dormant. So Dormant is a building and it cannot attack or move. And that's actually what they're showing right here, is that when you first summon this, they're going to be looking like this. Like they're going to look like powered down robots almost, right? That's probably the best way to explain it. And they awaken from dormant state while you have Mana Surge. So again, Mana Surge is when you have 6 or more mana and then they are going to wake up. One of the questions was, does the awaken to dormant become active again if you drop having 6 mana? So for example, you have 6, they wake it up, you drop down to 3 mana, will they go dormant again? And the answer is they will not. We did see that in the dev stream. So once they are awakened, they stay awakened. So this is going to be the new Dormant Defenders. And the last card is Lord Fanriel the Stormcharger. So we get to see just how cool this looks in game. So again, 8-mana legendary minion with Mana Surge, obviously. And when no enemies are near, Fanriel begins to Stormcharge. And Stormcharge moves faster and deals damage to all nearby enemies, keeps charging until an enemy survives the charge. And I think this looks really pretty. I like this. I mean, again, all the colors fit the whole Crystal Elf color scheme of the game. I really like whatever's going on here with this lance. I like the lightning or the sparks. Whatever this is really cool. And like I had mentioned about the DLC when we got the emotes, we don't really know what this cool-looking Stormcharger creature is, but it's pretty. It's really cool. Is it a unicorn, a horse, a wolf? We don't really know. All we know is we love it. So this is going to be the 3rd card released for this season. Going back to the rest of the changes, there's now a new adventure. So the adventure for this season is aid High Mage Leila as she races through the raging battlefield in the Whispering Woods to find her old friend Lord Fanriel. She needs his help to overcome the evil emerging from Jadespark Jungle. Can she secure his aid? So there's a brand new story. You get to play as High Mage Leila, who's exclusive to this adventure, or you get to play as Jolda or Fergus. The first chapter is free as always, and then if you want the other chapters, you have to pay rubies. And keep this in mind too. Completing the chapter will get you some cool rewards, and it's going to take you to a story introducing an upcoming master. So I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait to see what master they're going to introduce to the game. If you're not sure how to get a hold of adventures, back here, we're going to come down to the bottom of the screen, adventures, charging into darkness, and you could just click start. Like I said, this content is free. The first chapter is absolutely free. So you open it up, choose Charging to Darkness, hit start. Once you complete this chapter, then you're going to be given an option to purchase chapter 2 and 3, which they're not going to be coming out yet. So as you're going to see, we're locked. So the next chapter is going to be releasing in 13 days. All right, and now we're talking about balance changes, because there's a lot of balance changes this season. The biggest one a lot of people have been talking about is the rework to a Cursed Ascension. So instead of having to get 15 Spectral Essence to gain Cursed Ascension, now you just have to spend 60 mana on a Cursed cards. The idea of Spirit Essence has been completely removed from the game. Okay, so you play 60 mana on a Cursed card, you're going to get a Cursed Ascension, Spectral Essence is gone. What I'm thinking is you will probably still see a Cursed Ascension cards, but it might just be a strict Cursed Ascension deck. So we might not necessarily be seeing the dragon and as many non-Cursed Ascension specific cards anymore. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, but we'll have to see. Arcane Bolts. So new is if the unit drops below 500 HP during the stun duration, it's destroyed. Stun duration is going to go from 9 to 5. The mana cost is going from 3 to 4, and it has a mana freeze of 2 to 1. Now, their comments on the Arcane Bolt was, it's been difficult to find a good spot due to the hard threshold and the card mechanic. Changing the requirement to allow for greater leniency makes the card more practical to use in regular gameplay. The next card is Arcane Ring. The radius goes from 5 to 4. And the comment and reasoning for this is, it was unfortunately common for units to be missing by the Arcane Ring's projectiles due to the radius. They could simply walk through it and ultimately mean the majority of the spell damage was waste. So they're hoping that this will fix that problem. The ATG drone, projectiles are going to go from 6 to 7. The Blastmancer Spiritmancer effect radius is increasing from 10 to 14. So this seems like it could be a nice happy medium. If you guys remember a couple patches ago, they did make a nerf to the Blastmancer or the Spiritmancer where it was no longer global and it ended up having a certain radius. And a lot of people complained about that because then you started seeing so much spam of Scrats and a lot of the smaller minions, because previously the Blastmancer, Spiritmancer almost kept those in check. So now they increased the radius again slightly to make it from 10 to 14. So it looks like maybe they're trying to find a happy medium between it being global and it being knocked down to 10. So now we're at 14. Blood Imp attack cooldown goes from 1.1 to 0.9. So again, they're probably thinking that this means more people might play Blood Imp, so they might become viable again. The Bridge Shrine total experience is going to go from 15 to 18. So we'll have to see how that affects the game, if that greatly affects it at all. Crystal Construct. Now, I'm assuming this change is also because they just gave us the brand new card with the constructs. Is the Crystal Constructs now give mana on death instead of on play. Oh, this is exactly what I was thinking. Is this change also applies to the new card Dormant Defenders? That's what I was thinking, is because with Dormant Defenders, you're going to get 2 Crystal Constructs. So now instead of getting mana immediately when you play those, you're going to get mana when the Crystal Constructs die, whether it's from Dormant Defenders or Crystal Constructs on their own. Cursebearer. So this was a change that a lot of people really talked about as well too, is that the mana cost is going from a 3 to a 4. The Curse Aura duration is going from 4 to 8. And the developer comments is the Cursebearer effect ultimately made it too efficient for its mana slot. So they're upping it from 3 to 4. The Demon Warrior attack cooldown goes from 2.2 to 2. So maybe we'll see some more Demon Warrior this expansion. The Dragon Whelp attack cooldown is going from 1.0 to 1.1. This also affects flightless dragons and shadow whelps. My thinking that they probably thought that you got too much value from these, particularly something like a shadow whelp that could take out a harbinger by itself. So maybe having it slow down a little bit. We'll have to see if it still can. The ghost turrets. This is an interesting change. Is the health is going from 350 to 250, but it now grants an allied minion spirit on death. So I'm curious to see how this gets played, because that's a really interesting change. Grasping Thorns total damage is going from 160 to 170, and the enemy speed is going to go from 3 to 2. Jungle Jumble no longer grants a mana discount, but the cards obtained now have Growth Burst Shroom. So this could be beneficial in some of the Growth Burst monkey decks. So again, I'm curious to see how this one pans out and if people actually play it. Lele's Vortex, the pull strength is from 7 to 10. So that's interesting. That seems like that might pull in more minions potentially. So we'll have to see what that looks like in action. Rappo looks like his attack damage was decreased slightly from 6 to 5. And there's definitely here a change on the Snake Druid. So the Snake Druid attack cooldown goes from 1 to 2. The attack damage, however, is going to go from 25 to 50. And the attack delay is going to go from 0.4 to 1.4. So it seems like that's quite a change in the Snake Druid. The Snake Druid's ability to deal with swarms fairly efficiently was an area we felt we needed a weakness in order to enable more counterplay. So that is really interesting because you started seeing a lot more Snake Druids to counter statues, counter Colossus, counter a lot of the big tanky minions. So this definitely seems like a bit of a nerf to him for sure. Squire Puff is another one a lot of people were talking about. Is Squire Puff is now a minion instead of being a spell. So the new effect is, while the Squire Puff is on the bridge, it gives 3 random friendly ground minions shield every 10 seconds. And if you have the Empyrean Army buff, you get 5 shields instead. And the mana cost goes from 2 to 1. So I know a lot of people are excited about this. They were excited about adding the Squire Puff into their Empyrean Army decks. I think it being a 1 cost, I mean, that's already great, just even for Gridgebrab. It seems like it will just be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see who plays that. Ting Tang Tung. The bug fix, because there was a bug on it, is the Rage and Growth Burst Shroom now grant damage bonuses properly, and the health was decreased from 360 to 300. So what this means is Ting Tang Tung can now get one-shotted, so keep that in mind. Is with the health being 360 to 300, it's not going to be able to survive as much stuff as it did before. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a nerf on Ting Tang Tung, which it did kind of need one. The wall duration is going to go from 20 to 30. So when this came out, I saw a lot of people talk about how they thought that the Call to Arms decks would probably benefit from this. And I'm sure that they will, considering now that there's a longer duration on that. So we'll have to see if Call to Arms decks become meta this season. And the Zeppelin Bomber mana cost goes from 2 to 3. So I know some people are sad about that, having played the Zeppelin Bomber. Some other changes is the Dragoness and Priestess have visual overhauls, including new models and card art, which are very nice. We took a look at that before. Black Hole Combustion also have updated card art as well. So if you guys hadn't seen that, if we go to Dragon Nest, here's the new card art, and here is the new model. I think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks cool. It looks like something from like a molten lava kind of dragon. So I think that's really nice looking. I do like that they are updating card art and they're updating models as we're going along to different expansions. It's been very nice and fresh. And I do like the new card art and the design. The other one is the Priestess. New card art. Looks almost anime-like, very serene. So this is what she looks like now for her new card art. We also have new card art for Black Hole. Look at that. Look at the new card art for that. Isn't that great? I do kind of feel bad for this little guy, though. He's getting sucked into it, but this is really nice. This is very, very nice. And then the last one that also has new card art is going to be Combustion right here. That is nice. It's cleaner, it's clearer. So it's been very good seeing some updates to some of these cards that have been around for a while. So I like it. I think that looks really, really nice. And again, there's been a whole bunch of bug fixes here, but the biggest one I want to talk about is a potential fix for Twitch VIPs and moderators not receiving Twitch drops, which I can confirm that when I got into the game, I did receive drops for a channel that I am VIP in. So it looks like that is working. I haven't tested the mod one just yet, but at least I can tell you that the Twitch drops for VIPs and moderators, at least the VIP one's working for now. So hopefully it continues that way. All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is we have a Crystal Conquest DLC for Minion Masters available on Twitch Prime. So if you go to your Twitch Prime page, you're going to find Minion Masters Crystal Conquest right here. And it starts today, May 28th, and it goes through July 28th. So you get 2 months to go in and claim your free Minion Masters Crystal Conquest DLC. So how you claim this is it's very simple. You literally just click here on get code. I'm not going to do that because if I do it, it's going to show my code live. But it's that simple. It's going to give you a code. You're going to copy it and you're going to paste it in the game. So when you go into the game of Minion Masters, you're going to go to the shop. And where it says redeem codes, you're going to paste it right in there. But it's that simple. And that's going to give you a Crystal Conquest DLC. And like I said, remember, you have 2 months to get that. So guys, thank you so very much for hanging out with me today. There was a lot of stuff I know that we talked about. We talked about the new Charging to Darkness DLC, which again is free only now till June 3rd. So make sure you get your hands on that. That's free in Steam. We talked about the new season pass. We talked about new cards. We talked about the new adventure mode. We talked about all of the balance changes. We talked about how drops should be fixed, as well as for VIP and moderators, and this Minion Masters Crystal Conquest DLC that's free on Twitch Prime. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Thank you so very much for watching. If you did find value out of this, please consider subscribing, maybe hitting the like button, maybe leaving me a comment down below, and let me know what you think about all the stuff that we talked about. Are there some things that you love that they did, or are there some things that you don't like? Is there something you would like to see them do? Maybe in the future in another patch or another expansion. Let me know what you guys think. You can also catch me live 4 days a week on Twitch at twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation. And we can definitely talk about all this live on stream as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you again either in my next YouTube video or I'll see you live on Twitch. And until then, enjoy Charging into Darkness and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, you can catch us live on twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation 4 days a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and be part of our community, and we'll see you there.